first down. It's Walker, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now McNabb. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Out of the gun, McNabb. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's Wilson, buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Friday. No. Both sevens and Mike. Alert. 65.
Wilson now to throw again. Being chased out left. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run again with Walker. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Now it's McNabb. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They'll run on 1st down. Walker. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Walker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, it's Walker. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walker. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. A play fake. Now McNabb. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up. But relentless, that's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying it. Here's McMahon. Dancing to his left. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open. It's Goodwin. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
12. All day,
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Jets on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walker. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, here's McNabb. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards that time.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run on first down. Walker, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the first round. First set of brothers taken in the first round of the same draft in NFL history. Second down, McNabb. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Running right, here's Walker. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
You got nothing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw, McNabb. He'll get this one to Galladay. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season, the future bright. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. McNabb. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
On first down, it's Walker. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the 4th.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wilson to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. It's complete to Cruz. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Browns. Tonight.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner,